I think everyone here will admit I've been doing a much better job keeping everything clean around the 405. It seems like when your setup is correct, things become easy, and cleanup is easy here. Now, where I was at the last place, I was up against it with time. I just threw everything else out the window except production, getting everything made. So yes, I got caught behind with my cleanup, but I think that was important now because I have learned how important keeping your workstation clean is. It does affect your performance. It does affect your machine. You know, you gotta keep everything nice and tidy. I think that's the way everything works best. Let's turn our attention now, guys, to the cleaner. This is technically not mine. This is owned by Metsa Machines, but they wanted me to run it, and let's show how it works. But it still also has some maintenance that has to be done on it. And there's a number of grease fittings on this that we're gonna hit in this video, and I'm gonna take these panels off the side, let you guys see the internals of this machine. Here it is. This is the Japa roller cleaner. It has these steel discs. They all spin at a different rate, and that makes the wood bounce around and jumble, shakes all of the stuff out that slides down these slides, and then into my container. I'm gonna bring you up here, guys, and show you what it looks like from up top, and you can see for yourself how this thing works. Hand me the camera. Okay, well, here we go. This is what it looks like from up top. The wood spits out the conveyor into here, hits these discs, takes its ride out to the outfeed, into the trailer. This outfeed pivots, so I don't have to move my trailer. I just move this over to here and fill up this trailer, and that saves you a lot of extra work with that. This thing is built heavy. It is tough. I have never once had these things jam up or quit spinning. I've had the conveyor get junked up before, simply because I didn't have it moving fast enough and it just got too heavy and it wouldn't move it. And these things just kept spinning and spinning and just spinning on top of all of the wood that was left in here trying to get out. This stuff, it doesn't stop spinning. I have my DeWalt impact gun. I bought this from Cortland Mower. Guys, excellent shop. Check it out. So here you go, guys. It's got, let's go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's got 16 axles. So that would be 32. So that would be 32 bearings, 32 grease fittings. Wow. So this is going to be a lot of work. So I got my grease gun, and I need to start pulling those yellow caps off and start greasing this up. I would normally want this running, but I don't want my fingers anywhere near these chains. They're pretty mean. In the world of grease guns, this is probably not the ideal kind, guys. You like the one with the grip on it, so you can control this. You got to use 2 hands on this one. So I will have to struggle with it. But I mean, I'm not going to throw this in the garbage and buy a new one. I can't even see this one. This isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. These grease fittings are in a tough spot. It's hard to get up in there, and they all have, you know how like the new stuff have those plastic caps on them? And the ones with the bigger gears, it's hard to even get the cap off. So I have found that if you make a different kind of face, you can get the grease fitting, you can get the grease gun on the fitting. Yeah, that one worked. I'll have to remember that. Oh boy, this is tough. These are a little bit easier because I can stand up straight. I'm just putting 3 pumps in each one. They're not that big. Oop, that one didn't even go in. It is still hot out here. I just broke it in this huge sweat simply greasing the cleaner. But I got them all greased on this side. I still have to do the other side. We're running out of daylight though. I want to go ahead and start up the machine and let's see this thing working without the panels on. All right, but make sure you don't get your fingers close to the gears. Bad things can happen there. So there you go. I don't know, guys. I think it looks kind of cool. I should just do a video on just these gears turning here. I could probably make a lot of money with a relaxation channel, huh? I think this looks really cool. I'm gonna climb up this ladder. Let's see what it looks like from up top with it running. That bouncing noise that you were hearing is that piece of wood that's in there. That's nothing to be alarmed of. So there you go. Notice how these are spinning a lot faster than the ones down here. They do bounce around a lot in here. bounces and cleans all of the junk off of them. It shakes the little stuff off, and then out the outfeed. So there you go. It does have some controls. This stops the cleaner from moving. That turns it off. It does have a reverse function on it. Makes everything spin backwards. And it runs off the hydraulics of the machine. And it seems that the 405 has got enough hydraulic pressure, enough hydraulic power to run this thing. I remember with the 365, it would rob it of some power when we hooked this up to it, but I do not get that sense with the 405. They also make these with their own engine so that you don't have to use anything else's hydraulic power to run this. Pretty cool. All right, let's turn this off right now, guys. All right. The outfeed also pivots, guys. This is the lock for it. You just have to push on it by hand to get it to move. And you can raise it or lower it with the cable. Here's something that I've noticed. All right. You remember I had said in the past, processors either work from right to left or left to right. What I think this machine has wrong about it are the controls for the outfeed pivot. They need to be on the other side of the machine. Those controls should be on this side of the machine. And here's why. When I'm running the machine's running, the wood's going up the conveyor, I have to either go this way under the conveyor to get to the other side, or I gotta walk around all the way around my trailer and the tractor to get to the other side to move this. Seems to me I take the shortest route, which is in the danger zone, going under the conveyor. My thoughts are the pivot should be on this side, so all I have to do is leave the workstation of the 405, come here and move the conveyor instead of walking around under this. Just seems like that would be an easy fix because it's pretty symmetrical on both sides. I'm not the brightest bulb in the dishwasher, but it seems to me that the sister machine of the Japa is the Hacky Pilky. It works the opposite direction. This setup would be ideal for that. My point is, let's just make these so that you can switch the controls around on each side of the outfeed. Even if I wanted this cleaner to be facing this way, the outfeed going this way, I would still have to walk under the conveyor to get to those controls to move the outfeed, instead of just simply walking right behind it. Those are just the things of critique that I would point out. Other than that, I think this thing here is a beast. It's a home run. And here's what's really cool about these. You don't even have to have these with a processor. These can work with a splitter-based company. These even lower, so they don't have to be this high in the air. If you do have a front end loader that doesn't go up that high, you can lower it to the ground and just dump your wood into it, and it will tumble all of that wood and clean it out for you. If you are a split and sell kind of company, think of the extra value you can add by not dumping all that junk onto your customer's driveway. Those are the things that separate you from your competition. My gears are turning. I'm trying to think of something else to add. I want to make sure I have everything in place before we say goodbye. But I think we're good. So I'm going to put these covers back on. I'm going to take the other side off, and I'll get to greasing the rest of all of these grease fittings. That's a lot. And then I think I'll hit my tractor while I have the grease gun out too. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that it was neat seeing a professional cleaner like this in a way that you probably haven't seen before. I will put a link in the description about the Japa roller cleaner. I think it's really cool. If you're interested in one, if you're in the United States, contact Metsa Machines. Bob Nelson, super cool guy. All right, guys, I hope everyone has a great day.